I'm worried my toddler isn't eating enough. What should I do?
Parents have to remember that toddlers are growing much more slowly than babies, so they actually don't need as much food. They're also much more interested in everything that's going on around them. You know, they're busy learning how to walk and to play, and they really just haven't got time a lot of the time to sit down and eat. It's important to think too about portion sizes for toddlers. They have very small appetites, and if you give them an overwhelming amount, they'll just decide they can't manage it. But the best approach for parents is to be laid back, to let your toddler's appetite rule how much they have. If you get into battles over food, it can set up problems that can last for very many years.
My toddler's behaviour is impulsive and aggressive. Is that normal?
Yeah, all toddlers, to some extent, will show aggressive and impulsive behaviour. It's part of being a normal toddler because it takes them a long time to understand that other people have needs. They just see themselves as the centre of the universe and the most important person. And it takes years to learn, that they should share and be kind to other people. So while they're learning that, of course, they push other children over, they kick children, they snatch things from them. But from their point of view, developmentally, that is still normal behaviour, even though, and of course, parents should gradually be trying to teach, about the fact you have to be kind to others, you don't hurt other people, while that's important, but you have to be realistic. It's really about 3+ before those messages start to sink in.
What is a night terror?
Night terrors are different from nightmares, which people, understand. The child is still very fast asleep, but looks as if they're not. They're staring into space, crying, screaming, really looking absolutely terrified. And, it can be very scary for parents, but they don't come to any harm. They're not harmful to children in any way, and mostly they do just grow out of them.
What should I do if my child is having a night terror?
Yeah, parents sometimes think they should wake the child up and try and sort of snap them out of it. But it's better not to do that because, in fact, the child won't really know what's going on. And it's better just to try and settle them back down again without waking them up. Sometimes, if they're having them very often, you can spot a pattern. And if they're always happening at 10 p.m, you could try waking them up at 9:45 and then seeing if you can settle them and perhaps break the pattern. But it's better to try and just not worry and accept that they will grow out of them.
My toddler's behaviour seems obsessive. Should I be worried?
Many of the behaviours that toddlers display would be very worrying if they were adults. And lots of toddlers look a little bit obsessive in their behaviour. They may demand to have, their food on an exact plate, or they will only drink from the particular Winnie the Pooh cup or whatever it is. Or they must have blue socks. They do get very. It's about control. For toddlers, it's trying to control their world so that they feel more secure. So those behaviours are actually, again, quite normal at that age and stage of development.